Just charge in there, get right in amongst them. I can already see that they're reloading. Quick! Let not the fast wait for the slow. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, we will start down here in the south, going over the campaign map. There's nothing to go over down here in the south, so we shall head north to Roman. The new army under Gislik will be done very soon. Basically, all I'm waiting for is for these 3 units to show up so that they can be retrained, and actually that Variag unit might show up in time as well. I think they can make it. Yeah, it looks like it. So we'll retrain them up as well, and they'll probably be part of the backup forces that follow Gislik around. He will then head west and pick up the remainder of his troops that are here. Because by that point, the catapult should be ready. And actually, the armor upgrade might be complete as well, so we might try and armor these guys up before they join Gislik's army. Ulisil's army has been fully replenished, or, well, mostly. This Variag Rider unit is supposed to have 72 guys when full. But I was like, I don't have another unit to replenish them with anyways, and it's still higher than these 2 units when they are at full strength. So, you know what? They're fine as they are. So we're just bringing them over, and this force is just basically the beginnings of his backup army. So there'll be replacements for him and garrison troops kind of as needed. I might try and have him pick up mercenaries along the way, if there are any. I somewhat doubt that there's going to be. We'll also have him just pick off this rebel force as he kind of passes through this area here. So very soon now, Ulisil will finally make it to the freaking front lines. So I say very soon, that's still 1, 2, 3... I mean, that's like 4 or 5 turns just to get here. And then it's going to be more turns to get up here. I mean, by that point, Ulworth will be well on his way. Speaking of Ulworth, actually, let's talk about Skara first. This is the somewhat sturdy garrison that I'm leaving behind here. Some cannon fodder in the form of the slaves, some not quite cannon fodder, but kind of cannon fodder in the form of the raiders. And then we have war guards to, put up a serious defense, and then a 1 warrior and 1 warblade unit to chop their way through any enemies that come by this way. The idea here is to basically prevent the dwarves from taking the place with just like 2 or 3 units. They would have to put like a serious force together to actually take the place. So meanwhile, Ulworth, with his troops, and now he's swapped troops out as necessary with Imlach to get these numbers here, is now going to head to Askal, which appears to have reacquired that sizable contingent of troops it had before. So I guess they're not hiding anywhere now. They're back in Askal. That's going to be quite a painful fight, but we have, plenty of troops with Ulworth, and we have plenty of backup troops, or shall I say replacement troops, with Imlach. So if we could actually just destroy all of these troops here, like that would, I think, really open up the dwarves for like a finishing blow, like just basically going through and conquering these sparsely defended settlements. Because as you can see, they don't have a lot of troops in many of these places. I do have a spy standing right here on the mountain, by the way, and between that spy and this one, we actually have a very good view of what is going on over here in this part of the world. Oh, and actually, I forgot, we do have this spy here as well. He hasn't moved in so many turns that I think I genuinely forgot that he was even there. He's just part of the landscape now, which is a very useful skill for a spy. My liege. All right, but anyway, you might have already noticed it as I was going over the map here, but we must now head north to what I assume is the battle we're going to fight this turn. I guess it's possible they retreat out of range, but I feel like since they've come this far, they're here for a fight and are not going to retreat. So this is Golgo's army. He was down here, but he ran north when we saw that Dale was coming into my territory, because they actually did move right around here, and so then I put Golgo here to intercept them. I actually thought that they would attack him, but no, they've appeared to... I almost want to say they got stuck, like they were heading to Redwater, but then they entered Golgo's zone of control, and so now here they are. Like, they weren't going to attack him, but I guess they're here now. And I can't let this force go, or just ignore it or anything. It's far too large for one, and I'm sure it's going to attack us anyways, regardless of what I do. And of course, we still have all these little, like, dwarven forces just kind of wandering around here. And so we can't have a big force of Dale on top of that. So, why don't I bring my spy just a little closer so that we can see their forces. I've already looked in past turns, but basically they have 5 units of archers, a whole bunch of spearmen, one very small but probably very powerful cavalry unit. I can even see that it says frighten nearby enemy infantry right there. That's not good. And then they have some axemen too, who do not have armor piercing effects, by the way, which is good. But they could still chop, chop, chop their way through my men. And I do think this Sword Guards of Dale is some kind of elite unit as well. Now, this might work out in our favor, because I'm thinking what would happen, or I'm hoping would happen, is the enemy will sit back and just let us hit them with catapults. Again, hopefully that's what would happen. So maybe we could do quite a lot of damage to them before the battle truly begins. And since they are large units, as you can see, they're not small units like the dwarves, and there are, of course, quite a lot of them. Not so many of our shots will go, you know, wildly astray, or even if they do, they're still more likely to hit the enemy, especially if they obligingly just kind of stand still. But regardless of whether, you know, they sit there and get bombarded or whether they come to attack us, I am going to need my chariots to really go around there and get in amongst the archers and let them have it. Both as a distraction to make sure that they don't, like, shoot our men to death, but also because lots of their infantry, as I've mentioned, are spearmen, and I'm not sure if they would very easily kill the chariots, but they would certainly do better, I think, than, like, the dwarves did in the last battle. Like, they would kill someone, I'm sure. We'll also have to watch out with our Easterling scout cavalry, because, again, we don't want to send them into the spearmen and just let them all die. So, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have him just kind of take one step in this direction and then attack head-on. Because I think it affects the deployment zone if you attack from, like, a diagonal. Like, instead of having, like, a nice wide deployment zone, you have, like, this sort of triangular thing. Could be wrong about that, but I guess we'll find out here in a moment if it looks good or not. Okay, and the Knights of Dale unit is actually going to be their captain. They don't have a general here. All right, but anyway, let's get right into the battle. Oh, actually, holy smokes. It's really not in our favor. It says the balance of forces is evenly matched, but it's noticeably a little bit extra red there. I just want to point out. All right, into the battle we go. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. As you can see, the enemy approaches. They're definitely not going to just obligingly sit back and get shot to bits. That is unfortunate. I was really hoping they would. So we have scout cavalry hiding in the trees over here, and we have the chariots over here. Now, if you'll pardon me for a moment, I do want these guys to open fire. We're actually on a hill here, which is nice, because I think we should be able to throw with our javelins quite quickly. And our archers will hopefully have a bit of extra range. My chariots, however, I'm going to have to send out here pretty darn quickly. Get in amongst all of the archers that are going to be back there. Though I can see they're swinging their troops quite wide, which is unfortunate. Good. We will hopefully have their general killed here very, very soon. Because we're using all of our ammo on him. Okay, you guys fire there now.
The gods smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
Alright, archers. Focus your fire on some of the archers back there. Alright, let's get our infantry kind of to the side here. Alright, and here, we're going to get our cavalry out there to kind of annoy those guys. It's unfortunate that they put the spearmen on this side. Oh, actually, you know what? That's what we'll do. We'll bring the chariots over here. Alright, Alright, let's bring this infantry unit over here, and we'll have the general right behind them. Okay, you guys fire over there, methinks. Okay, charge into those bowmen. Okay, you guys swing wide over here, whereas you guys charge, like, directly in. Okay, you guys stop firing and just charge them. Okay, archers. Why don't you... you can't all fire over there. Alright, you fire there. You guys charge into the sides there, and we'll have the general kind of screen them. Okay, cavalry, get over here. We need to start attacking in the rear here, because lots of our guys are dying. And many of them are probably going to start routing here soon. Oh, but so is the enemy! Right. Chariots, get over here. Infantry, turn around, get back over here, get back into the fight. Alright, let's get our cavalry over here and make sure that these guys continue to run. Okay, charge into the rear, let them have it. Alright, mighty general, go ahead and charge in there. Okay, archers, why don't you stop firing for now? I don't think you have any really, really good targets. Alright, rout them, rout them, rout them! Yes, yes, yes. Kill them all, kill them all. Why don't you go for them there? No, no mercy, no mercy. Kill, kill, kill. Get in there, kill them all. Let none escape. Who's firing? No firing, no firing. No firing, no firing. Hey, you guys. Oh, those are the sword guards. We definitely don't want them to get away. Wait, I hear run. There's like multiple units that have like one guy left. Okay, are there... I don't see any other enemies here. Oh, continue.
These men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
Cavalry, missiles.
You guys can catch them, I guess. Go ahead and try. Okay. Finish that guy, and then come over here and finish that guy as well.
Cavalry.
Let's try and make a clean sweep of it. Oh, wait, wait, wait. That guy's not dead. That guy's not dead. Turn around. Get him.
Orders completed.
All right, good, good, good. Now get him. I know, I'm going after units that have, like, one guy in them, but I don't want anyone to get away. Even though... Actually, I think we killed the general's... Well, it's not a general's bodyguard, but, the Knights of Dale. I think we killed all of them. So, it's quite possible that we really will kill all of them. Like, every mother son of them! That the women of Dale weep! For the mass of fallen. No, you missed him. Get back in there. There we go. Alright. You guys, get over here and kill them. You guys, why don't you join in? Because I'm looking at the map here and I don't see any other signs of blue. Now, unfortunately, we did take quite a number of casualties among the scouts, which I guess is expected since they literally acted as our front line, holding them back long enough for the, you know, the chariots and everything to get into the enemy rear.
The enemy lie dead before you. Save for the few with the wit to run away. This is a crushing victory.
All right, how many got away? Oh, 0 remaining. That is what I like to see. Because unfortunately, we did take quite a lot of casualties. Again, mostly among the scouts, which is why they're here. But I really would have preferred if more of them had lived. I'm trying to somewhat preserve my mercenaries, at least in the sense that if their lives must be spent, let them be spent well. Okay? So I don't want them to die in large quantities. It just kind of happens sometimes. You see, even our Warblades did take some casualties, but holy smokes, look, how did that Warblade unit kill 400 men? I suspect these Wayne Riders are actually very good at chasing down and killing routing enemies, by the way, because I find it hard to believe that they actually killed 281 men who were actually standing and fighting. That just seems unlikely. Actually, I say the scouts, oh, they took all these casualties. They actually gave way better than they got. And I mean, I know a lot of that is going to be their javelins, but still, very nice. I mean, the only units that didn't do very much are actually the catapults, which is kind of surprising. Well, not really surprising considering how the battle went, but on the campaign map, I was like, oh yeah, the catapults, they're going to kill tons of guys because we're going to, bombard them from range. And it's like, that didn't happen. That just didn't happen. Warbows killed tons of guys. And it's awfully nice now to actually face an enemy, though. When you shoot them with arrows, they just kind of die. Instead of the dwarves, who you have to, just fill with arrows in order for that, even a few of them to die. All right, but anyway, let's take this back to the campaign map. That's quite an interesting item to have acquired. Very nice. Very nice, Golgo. You keep that somewhere away from me. All right, anyway. So yes, that army of Dale has been eliminated, and so now we should hopefully be able to continue our campaign now against the dwarves. I'm hoping this force goes back, and then we could have Golgo continue down here, picking off some of these troops as well, and going right for Forodim. Or at least I'm hoping that's what will happen, but honestly, we'll see. All right, but anyway, that's it for now, so I will let you guys go, and I will bring you back as more of interest occurs. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, starting off down here in the south, not a whole lot to say. I think I've mentioned in the past that Maldim's role here is basically to just stand on that spot and recruit Variag units, but in case I forgot to mention that at any point, that's what he's doing. And that's why there's this stream of just one unit here, one unit there, of Variag units heading north. Basically, as soon as they become available, he recruits them and sends them north. Of course, looking at our income, we are increasingly in dire straits, I have to admit. I should probably stop recruiting all those mercenaries. Hopefully we'll rectify that soon with new conquests, because there is a great plan of conquest of the dwarves' territory underway. Gislik's army is just about ready. He just needs to replenish or wait for these guys to retrain so that they can have their armor and upgrades. And then he will head to the west. And by the time he gets over here, I think this armor building will be finished, and then we can armor up these units as well and give them to him, and that'll be another army on the way. Ulasil is already on the way, as I think I've pointed out in the past. But again, we want him to hurry it up, because we need money, and there's only two ways to get it. Taking the enemy's territory, and lowering our unit costs through casualties. I mean, there are other ways, like building up buildings that increase our income, and we're doing that too. But I think I know where the costs are coming from, and it's not because we haven't been building up income generating buildings. We most certainly have.
Mighty General.
All right, but anyway, up here, Ulwarth is going to attack either this dwarven force or Askal very soon. I'm hoping this dwarven force does not go into Askal. That would actually be very unfortunate. Click on Askal. There we go. I don't want them to join this garrison, because first off, it'll make it quite large, huge even, I would say, especially for a dwarven force. They'll also have quite a variety of troops here, with skirmishers, some miners, vanguards, and at least one unit of axemen here. But then they would also have even more skirmishers plus catapults. And to be honest, I don't want a catapult duel. When we attack, I want standard procedures to be in play here, where basically I bombard them, and they sit there and just get blasted to bits until I'm out of ammo. And I do not want a catapult duel, not at all. I'm hoping they either stay out here and let me kill them, or they continue moving north, because I guess that's kind of what they look like they were doing. Like they were going to head north. If you want to leave, you know, that's fine by me. I wouldn't stop you. I mean, I will kill you eventually, just not yet. Now up here in the north, we have traded units with Redwater to build up Golgo's force again. We're kind of running out of the Warblades, to be honest. We'll have to start using the warriors quite soon.
Sire!
But we do have mercenaries and stuff in play here, so here's the hopefully short battle we're going to fight here, is take out Captain Gory's force here, and then just head immediately for Forodim to take that in a couple of turns. Hopefully before any of the dwarves kind of get near Redwater. Though, to be honest, I just really want to start taking settlements in this region. So what I might do is, once this slave unit is done training up, I just take all of these troops out and just start conquering south regardless of what the dwarves do. If they want to take Redwater back from that one slave unit, then you know what? I might just let them do it, just so that we're not stopped from like continuing to conquer in this direction. And hopefully we'll have, at the same time, Olworth, you know, conquering in this direction, and then maybe even we'll have Ulasil, you know, kind of sweep in around here and start conquering from this direction as well, and just really get our income back up to the way it was and our enemies defeated. Because, to be honest, we haven't taken all that many settlements from the dwarves, or at least not recently. I think many of these settlements were theirs, though I think many of them were also rebel. I can't remember exactly how many were theirs and how many were rebels, but we actually fought quite a lot of battles here in Rovanion. And ever since that kind of happened, we've kind of been stalled in this area, and I don't want that to happen again, because all that does is allows the dwarves to build up, and then I have to fight those dwarves, and then they build up, and then I have to fight those dwarves, and it's not really benefiting us. So now that we have the initiative, I don't want to lose it. I want these guys to get conquering to these settlements, and that's why I might be willing to lose Redwater. It's just because I don't want Golgo to have to just stand here for all of eternity, just trying to hold on to Redwater while trying to take other places, but never quite succeeding in doing that. So anyway, let's see. I don't think there's very much else to discuss in anywhere else. So anyway, let's go ahead then and get this battle underway.
Prepare for battle!
And then we'll head south once it is over. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. And unfortunately, it looks like the dwarves have very much taken the high ground now, and they're not coming down off of it.
Units, move out!
Didn't even realize this veritable mountain was actually on the battle map. But now that I think about it, they were standing on kind of if not a mountain range, at least a low-lying or a very hilly area. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, well, bring the catapults forward, of course, but I think, because there are trees all over the place, I think what I'd have to do is kind of bring them over this way to fire at them. But then the rest of the force will probably go up here, since it's a gentler slope, to attack them once the catapults are out of ammo. And yes, it is going to be quite a while before we get everyone in position, so I think I will let you guys go now, and I will bring you back likely once the bombardment is over, or I guess if they come charging at us, then maybe once the battle begins. Okay, guys, welcome back. Guess what? You're never going to guess what's happened. The dwarves are actually withdrawing. Yeah, I know. That's never, ever happened before. Just realized I could have my cavalry try chasing them, but to be honest, I've noticed, first off, too late, but also I think the cavalry were actually way too far away to actually do anything about it. Though I guess we'll find out here in a moment. I'm going to speed things up. And you can see our cavalry kind of off there in the distance, but Yeah, they're not going to make it over here, so we're just going to have to let them run off the field.
Your skillful command
You've
has
narrowly
rescued
won the
me
battle.
from the jaws of defeat.
From the jaws of
but only
defeat.
just.
But only just. Okay, I will keep that in mind. But okay, no casualties or anything, so let's take this back to the campaign map.
Order.
Yes, and of course, because they withdrew on the first attack, or I guess actually I think they managed to do this even when, regardless of when exactly they withdraw. But of course, they've now gone all the way back to Forodim.
Prepare for battle.
But we will be there next turn, and that just means we will have more dwarves to bombard with our catapults. See, none of these guys are even close to Redwater, so yeah, I think that is just what we're going to do, is we are going to... In fact, can I take...
Mighty general, my liege. Mighty general, my liege.
take these guys out now? I'm leaving this mercenary unit here because they were actually over here at the beginning of this turn, and so they just used up all of their movement points to get to Redwater, so they can't come with us. They only need to stay there long enough for the
March.
slave unit to finish training up, and then they'll leave as well. And I actually think that these guys are close enough. Or actually, oh, that's right, I almost forgot about you. There's another mercenary unit I recruited that kind of passed through the forest here, because I thought I was going to take Forodim by that point. But yes, they can be the garrison if necessary, if like we can't reach it with these guys or something.
Mighty general.
But all right, I guess we talked a bit about the campaign map, and that was basically it. So I will just let you guys go, and I will bring you back as more of interest occurs. Okay, guys, welcome back. So it's just the very next turn, so we're just going to blaze right through the campaign map. There's really only two things I really quickly wanted to talk about.
My liege.
Olworth's army has not quite reached Askell, but we're kind of standing between the city and the force that's over here, and I'm pretty sure this force, actually I should confirm that this is true. Pretty sure this is the force that had the catapults. Yes, it was. Okay. So now I'm hoping that with our troops standing here now, they can't make it back. So Olworth can now attack Askell next turn, and we won't have to worry about, these guys here. I am a little worried that they'll come out of the city and try and attack us, though since my armies are standing within reinforcement range of each other, I'm sort of thinking they won't. I mean, they seriously might, but I don't think they will. Please don't. Just stay... You run off. You were leaving, so continue to leave. And you stay there and let me bombard you in the settlement. That's what I would like, please. Now up here in the north, the dwarves are gathering. As you can see, it looks like they're coming south here. These two forces up here. I'm not sure if they're intending to go to Forodim. I mean, clearly this force was intending to go there. But they will not arrive in time, because we are going to take it this very turn with Golgo's army. We are going to bombard them, we are going to shoot them, and we are going to stab them until there are none left. And hopefully that'll help alleviate our income concerns, because our income is still going down. I actually didn't recruit... There's actually a Variag mercenary unit available for recruitment here, but I'm not going to recruit them yet, because I need to see what my income goes up to before I spend too much more money, because I'm lowering... my treasury is going low, and I need money to, retrain these units in a couple of turns, or 2 or 3 turns. Oh, and of course, Ulasil is moving. He's slowly but surely coming. Man, I think it was worth it having him come down here and take these settlements and open up like a recruiting ground for those Variag units. But at the same time, having him down here for so long, just having him basically not be able to fight the dwarves when Giznog and now Olworth needs him. Or needed him, it really set us back. I'm again, I don't exactly regret it, but I wonder if it really was the best decision. Like, there's doubt gnaws at my mind.
Orders.
Oh, I guess I should mention that Gizlik's moving now. You'll notice his warbows are slightly off. Like, I didn't realize... I would have replenished this unit, or retrained this unit, too, in that same turn. I guess I didn't realize that I had built up the correct building for that. Oh, yes, I did. It's right there. But I'm not willing to wait another turn. It's a waste of time. So, he's going to immediately head west. Need money. We need money. So anyway, we're going to take Forodim, so let's do it right now. A whole bunch of Warsmith units, just a metric ton of them. So let's get right into the battle. Okay guys, welcome to the battle. Well, they are at least staying here where I can shoot them more easily. And yes, I actually didn't realize this is actually one of those elven settlements.
Show no mercy! Order them to finish the defenders!
Mighty Lord! Yes, great Lord! Yes!
Alright, you guys can start using fire and shooting at them.
Attack! Orders completed, great...
As can you.
Destroy them! Sire!
Oh, actually, everyone can start shooting at them now.
Kill them!
The reason I'm targeting that unit specifically is just because it's in sort of a bunch of guys there. So yes, just as you saw there, some of the shots might go wide and hit some of these other units.
The enemy general has been killed!
And there goes the enemy general!
See the measure of his soldiers' courage!
Missiles!
Fantastic. Alright, and you know what? Why don't we have these archers step forward and start
Units!
filling the skirmishers there with arrows. Though actually, let's not have them go quite so close. I'm not entirely sure what the range of the skirmishers is. We do also, of course, have the javelins from our scouts over here on the left, but they definitely would have to get within range of the enemy, so we'll kind of hold them back for now, and we'll just wait and see.
Mighty Lord! Units! Attack!
There are shots landing outside the settlement. You see, that's another reason why it's a risk to just push my units forward. They're just as liable to get shot by our own catapults. Alright. Let's see. Where can I move my archers in such a way that they won't get shot by my own catapults? I mean, there is no guarantees of any such thing. As you can see, that they will hit absolutely anywhere. Okay, maybe, I mean, I know they can fire directly in front of themselves, but they're not terribly likely to do that. Ah, good. We got some good shots right there. Oh, yes. Oh, I think that actually managed to miss basically everyone. Maybe it knocked someone off their feet.
Missiles!
Alright, yeah, they're... See, the dwarves would have to come very, very close in order to get shot. Alright, well, anyway, it looks like basically we're just going to sit here and bombard them for a bit, and then, once the catapults are no longer a threat to our own units, we will push our troops forward and have them... Oh, actually, we are firing at least a little bit. Hey, you know what? I might actually move my archers back and forth while they're still out here.
Units!
But anyway, you guys don't need to see all that, so I will just let you guys go, and I will bring you back as we start to move into the settlement. Okay, guys, welcome back.
Infantry! Units! Mighty general!
So we fired every catapult shot we had, along with most of our arrows. Not all, but most of our arrows.
Missiles!
Actually, we still have another shot in this guy, so you know what? We'll bring them in as well.
At the double!
And basically, we eliminated almost all of the dwarves. As you can see, their bodies strewn across the battlefield. So they've got basically this unit left and that one there.
Now the way to your victory is clear!
Missiles!
I'm going to say, please start throwing your javelins. The enemy certainly is. Ow. Pull back.
At the double! Move! At the double!
I was actually hoping my guys would throw kind of first, and I guess technically they did, but ow, ow, ow. Right, guys, get out of there, get away from them. Over here. Basically, we'll let the archers do some shooting right now.
Missiles.
This might be a case where it's more worth our while to actually engage the enemy close in than to try a duel at range because of just how deadly their ammunition is. Well, when it comes to javelins. Obviously, we've been killing them at range this entire freaking time. Alright, and with that, they are dead. See, no ammo, no ammo, no ammo, so we've only got one unit that still has ammo. So why don't you come forward, and let's just have the others just kind of get out of the way. Bring our scouts forward. You know what? That's close enough. You guys can fire from there.
Missiles fire!
They're nice and bunched up there, but we've only got a few shots left, so I don't think we're going to be able to do a ton of damage to them.
Make ready! Take aim! Fire!
And now they're out of ammo as well. Alright. Join your fellows out there, then.
Units! Move at the double!
Now, what exactly should we do? Because I do kind of want to use up the rest of my ammunition if I can. But again, we only have, like, close-range units now. I think what we will have to do is have a unit engage them while the javelins start actually shooting them.
Run!
Yes, I think that's what we will do. Alright, javelins, get to the side here. You guys, just charge right in there. And we will have these guys start getting over here as well. Maybe? Yeah, why not?
Double time!
And you guys start moving forward as well. Just charge in there, get right in amongst them. I can already see that they're reloading. Quick! Let not the fast wait for the slow. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay, we're engaged with them now. They're not allowed to shoot us anymore. Okay, cavalry, get behind them. Get behind them. And then, actually, don't fire at will, just fire. Whoa, wait a minute. How are you guys firing? Our troops, our guys are amongst yours. You can't still be firing. Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay. Pull out, pull back. And you guys... Actually, you guys can stay there. You guys stop firing, though.
Victory lies in your grasp.
Alright, that was actually really annoying. I don't see why, when my unit had engaged them, they should still be able to fire. Then they killed a hell of a lot more of my guys than they should have. Oh well. I suppose it is what it is. The AI tends to just be able to do things that I cannot. Because that would be useful if, like, you know how sometimes I'll have the scouts, like, be the front line of my armies? Just so that they can, you know, both throw their javelins really quickly, but then also they kind of, you know, take the casualties instead of, like, my men. But, of course, the moment the enemy actually engages them, you know, they're no longer able to throw their javelins because they're actually engaged in a fight. But the AI regularly somehow manages to just have their units throw or fire while basically while my unit has already engaged them. I don't think that happens so much in Rome Remastered, but it happens all the time in Medieval 2. And I think I remember someone said that that was because if they're in guard mode, like they can still fire while they're in melee, and I don't know if that applies to Rome 1 or to Remastered for that matter, but it certainly happens from time to time. I think that's the first time it's really happened in this campaign, but I swear it happened in, I think, the Alexander campaign. I'm pretty sure that happened a fair bit, at least a couple of times. So then I take 85 casualties. Wait, okay, yeah. I take 85 casualties when I definitely should not have. But anyway, let's take this back to the campaign map.
This land is ours.
Okay, this is very unfortunate. I don't want to knock down the population for reasons that I've stated in the past, but also because I really want my income to go up. In fact, it has. Look. Lovely. Wonderful. But I know the moment I hit that exterminate button, that's going to go down. That's going to go quite a bit down. But at the same time, like, they're already basically rebellious. And, like, I can't leave tons and... well, okay, but... okay, but I know this is caused by, like, unrest from the settlement changing hands. And I know that goes down as time goes on. So maybe it's worth waiting a couple of turns if necessary to just kind of get population in order. But you see, then there's all these dwarven forces over here that could easily cause issues because I'm not able to move. Well, I guess if we have a little bit of rebelliousness, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Go ahead and occupy. Oh, and then also, oh, I already forgot about, I could just lower the tax too, because it starts off at normal. Okay, we can't really retrain any of our units, so I also might just knock down these buildings. And let me just check really quick. Yeah, you see there's this huge unrest penalty that'll go down as the turns roll on, so that'll also make it so that, you know, we can leave and we don't have to just exterminate a lot of them. Alright, but anyway, looks like that's actually going to be it for now, though we'll probably have another fight against the dwarves very, very soon. But I will let you guys go for now, and I will bring you back as more of interest occurs.